So some of the questions I had here were,
Sure.
like number one,
Yeah.
how much did you invest initially into starting this Airbnb business?
Originally, I purchased the place for $270. So I invested along with my escrow payments about 10
10K
initially for just to get the loan and everything.
Yeah.
And then over the last 3.5 to 4 years, roughly, probably about 60,000.
60K. Okay.
Maybe 70-ish. That includes certain contractor costs and a lot of the work I did myself. So I'd say I may have done about 60% of the work, maybe 50, and the other 40 to 50% was contracted out.
So if you contract out the whole thing, we're spending like 120, 130.
Probably, yeah. But the better avenue for a newer investor who's just working off their own savings is you're going to have to go with kind of like a one-stop shop guy.
You might pay a little more.
Yeah, and you just they know everybody so they can coordinate for you.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was doing some scratch math on this place.
Yeah.
I guessed like your mortgage payment is probably going to be in the 2000s. Maybe
just
lower.
Just about.
Yeah, maybe lower.
Just about, because I have PMI as well.
Yeah, you've got mortgage insurance, right?
Yes.
Because of the FHA.
Yeah. To your viewers, you can get PMI off if you have enough equity built in.
Right.
It does depend from lender to lender.
Yeah.
Some lenders will do it automatically.
Yeah.
Some lenders you have to initiate a thing. And some lenders you can't get it off until you refinance. So my mortgage payment itself, just the mortgage and principal, that alone isn't as much. But the PMI adds, the property insurance, and then obviously there's the property tax.
Yeah. So payments are at like 2K.
Roughly.
I'm guessing utilities going to be 500 or something around
That's pretty on point.
2,500.
Yeah.
Now I'm guessing ballpark, you're probably cash flowing what I said to him was 8,000 to 12,000. I don't know.
You're right. Yeah. Just oscillates, of course.
Yeah,
but
it's up and down.
In that range. More, especially since I launched the last one, which is on the other side.
Okay.
That's the biggest one, not by a whole lot, but that is the biggest one because that has the original the full kitchen.
The kitchen, yeah.
That really changed the cash flow, making a significant impact. Surprisingly, even though this is a 2-bedroom and the guest house is a 1-bedroom, the revenue earn is relatively same. Yeah. Because for some reason, just because this is a 2-bedroom, it doesn't. I've played around with the prices, and it hasn't earned me a ton.
Yeah.
Possibly because of the lack of a full kitchen.
In my analysis of Tampa and most areas, 2 bedrooms and 1 bedrooms are pretty comparable. Mm-hmm. It's the 3-bedroom where you get the big jump.
Yeah.
3 and the 4.
Yeah.
Especially 3 to 5. That's also a huge jump.
But some of my research has shown that the 3 and 4 bedrooms are barely making over 150.
Yeah.
So separate,
exactly.
I can make at least 100 each per night.
Exactly. That's exactly what we were talking about. I said, this is very smart because in at least this area, from my analysis, the 5-bedroom, 4 bedrooms are not performing great.
They're not.
They're okay.
Yeah.
But if you split it up into 3 2-bedrooms, 3 1-bedrooms,
exactly,
you're going to do better than
exactly.
1 5.
It's more work, more maintenance.
It's more work, but you're going to get more money. Yeah.
So if the difference is $110 or $100 per unit versus $150 for the whole enchilada, not going to do it. The downside, more work, and I don't mean from a management perspective. The management is very doable. You got a laptop, and as long as your phone's available, at the very least,
Yeah, right.
I remember that was one of the questions you had, which was, do you use?
Yeah, what kind of tools?
Tools. So I've mostly kept it to Airbnb as of now.
Yeah.
It's troublesome to your business if you're trying to get into too many things in the very beginning.
Yeah.
The next steps are getting on Vrbo, Booking.com, and Furnished Finder. So Furnished Finder is great for travel nurses. Travel nurses use those, and I would love to get some travel nurses because that's like a guaranteed 3-month contract.
Yeah.
They are good guests.
Last couple of questions.
Sure.
You mentioned earlier you kind of decided to go all into the Airbnb thing.
Yeah.
What kind of made you, besides the job market, you had to see some results from your current Airbnb. There's got to be some light bulb moment where this clicked oh.
I was making $3,000.
Just
yeah.
Pure profit.
No, that is gross.
Okay, gross.
But okay. If you take out the primary business expenses such as mortgage and things, then I'm just paying for the cleaning supplies and fresh towels and stuff. So it's $3K gross, but I'm not giving up a ton in business expenses. Because I'll give you like a rough math on this. All 3 units combined, I make gross 6 figures.
6 figures.
Yeah. And then after margins are done, the business expenses are taken out. I'm still in the 80s and 90s range.
Well, I had a question. One thing a lot of people, they need to see the data,
Yeah.
Are you able to share like your earnings on Airbnb?
Sure.
Just this earnings page doesn't have to be anything.
Sure.
It's inspiring,
So there it is.
Steady. So about like 10K.
Yeah, your numbers were in that range. You're on point. They're on point. They're on point. Yeah. January I was still starting out, so I launched a 3rd unit. In middle of January.
So you literally just launched.
So just launched. February still figuring out my shit.
Yeah.
By March I had some things dialed in, and I had some pricing strategy changes that really boosted my income.
What was that, by the way?